2000 litre is an ideal machine for sheep and cattle properties, golf courses, race courses, mixed farms, etc. Very widely used in the, what would you say, rolling country where you have sheep and cattle running, and also very popular on the smaller mixed farms where they've got a bit of sheep and cattle and crop. It is fitted with a 2000 litre roto-moulded tank. The tank's Australian made, UV stabilised, HDPE, and it's got a smooth inside which helps with the decontamination. There's the 1000. It's also fitted with a 45 litre flush tank via a three-way tap. It has a very sturdy RHS chassis. It has a very heavy duty implement hitch as fitted to our larger sprayers. One of the features of this machine which sets it apart from its smaller brothers and sisters is that it is fitted with 49 by 24 wheels, similar size to what you'd find on the front of a 80 to 100 horsepower tractor. But the really good thing about this, it has an adjustable axle. The advantage of the adjustable axle, if you're doing controlled traffic or you're wanting to run up and down some rows or moulds, or if you're doing steep rolling country or just rolling country, you can widen the axle to give you the most stability that you can do. Around the outside of those wheels are mud guards and mud flaps, so they're covering from halfway down the front right to just off the ground at the back with the mud flaps. The other interesting and helpful feature on this machine is it's got a 900mm boom lift as standard. Now the advantage of the 900mm boom lift is if you're spraying around, you can lift it over the fence. If you want to get some of those weeds, thistles, etc. that hang around the fence line, or if you're going from paddock to paddock and you've got modern style fences that aren't too tall, you can get it over a strainer post, because with the boom being 600 plus off the ground, you're going to have a lift of 1.5 meters, and that can be quite productive in a day when you're going from small paddock to small paddock. The pump is a PTO driven Zeta 85 per litre per minute pump, and the PTO shaft is provided with this machine. It is a 3-cylinder pump, so again it's got very low end pulsations. Plumbing, it's a 3-way filtration system, 1 suction filter, 1 pressure filter, and the filter screen within the nozzle. Now having an effective filtration system like this will lead to considerably less downtime due to nozzle blockages, therefore you've got considerably more productivity. The 45 litre flush tank has a 3-way tap on the bottom. Now the 3 ways are, you can suck from the tank for normal spraying, you can suck from a rinse tank if you want to clean, and you also have an off position from the rinse tank and the main tank. Now the advantage of having this arrangement is that you're able to rinse the tank if you're changing chemicals and a decontamination is not required. So we'll take, for example, if you are spraying and you are having to pause your spraying overnight, maybe for weather conditions, maybe for an appointment or something, you can go out to the machine, switch your tap on the filter through 180 degrees so it starts sucking out of the rinse flush tank, and you can run it through your pump and your control valves and your boom, so have clean water within your operating system, your pump and everything, while you pause your spraying overnight. That will lead to less degradation of the components within the pump, within the control valve, etc. All those rubber components that will fail if you leave them sitting in chemical. Again, this will leave more time to be productive with the machine. Now, once you've rinsed it out, if you turn that tap again through quarter of a turn, that will then shut everything off from the rinse tank and the main tank, just leaving that fresh water within the system. The pressure, this is what it says, it's a pressure filter in the line from the pump to the boom. So it's normally, and in our case, comes with a finer screen mesh than you'd find on the suction filter. So it'll catch those medium to finer. And then you have the filter screen that is in the nozzle body, and that will catch those very fine contaminants that are left in the system. The control system is an in-cabin 3-section control, complete with pressure regulation to control the boom sections, etc. It controls boom valves, 3 boom valves, and the advantage of the boom valves is that they are able to handle the higher pressure that is required with modern nozzles such as air inducted nozzles, and gives you a better efficacy when you're spraying, so the effect of your chemical on the plant or weed you're trying to spray will be better actioned. There's a workstation on the left hand side. It might sound silly, but it's the same side as you get out of your tractor, and it just walk to your back and you have your workstation. So when you come to fill the machine, everything's there. So the first item I'll cover is the chemical suction probe, or the Venturi suction probe. Basically what that is it's like a vacuum cleaner that will suck the chemical out of your drum, bucket, jug, etc. while you're still on the ground and put it into the tank. The other item that is on the filling side of it is you'll have a 1.5 inch fill point, and that will go up to what we call a top to bottom fill. So once it gets to the top of the tank, is delivered to the bottom of the tank by an internal hose, thus causing less foaming in that particular part of the tank, which can be quite annoying if you're using Simazine, etc. The last part of that workstation is that it has a 2-stage tank drain. A 1.5 inch drain from the main sump. The tank's fitted with a sump for easy washing. But within that sump there is another sump which is drained by a 3/4 hose with a tap on the end of it. Now that's to get that last little chemical out once you're doing a clean or a decontamination. Now the last thing you need is just the last little bit of chemical in that ruins your decontamination. Now when it comes to boom options, this machine in 90% of cases would be fitted with our 10 and 12 meter twin link suspension boom, just purely because of the suspension. So as you're going along rough ground, the boom isn't connected directly to the sprayer, so the sprayer can move all over the place and the boom will stay reasonably level with the ground because it's a ground referencing boom. Can also put on it a 6 or an 8 meter or a 10 meter small boom or a boomless nozzle. The DFO, dealer fit options available for this machine: foam marker, quite a few go out with foam markers, and a hose reel kit.